Hello guys, welcome to Geek Society. I'm Ronald Prince and I'm joined by
Harneet.
and there's a breaking news, guys. The DCTV shows are finally officially will be streaming in India. Previously, they were streaming on Hotstar before Disney acquired it and the deal was called off. And now they are all coming on Amazon Prime. Now, there's no finalization about Superman and Lois, but The Flash is already streaming with all the new latest episodes and all the seasons. Arrow will be coming soon. Supergirl will be joining soon. Legends will be coming there, and even Gotham is coming. So if you're into that, you can also watch it on Amazon. And we just here to talk about this and why it took so long and how this can change the viewership of those shows in India at least. So we'll talk about that. And you found this news and it was helpful for you, do like, share this video and subscribe for more such videos. All right guys, what are your thoughts on it? Now, of course, let us get our thoughts on DCTV aside. I think except Soman and Lois, we all have similar feelings.
It's outstanding shows. It should be Emmy nominated. I don't know why it has not been.
Yeah.
But coming on a more serious note, I think for me, I have mixed feelings about this because on one hand, I think it's great. It's great that DC content is finally having a legal distribution in India. It's not that they didn't have the Colors Infinity who had that whole deal, and we had episodes. I think until last year where in Hotstar new episodes used to come
Yeah.
each week, so we always had a legal sort of a legal way of distribution, but now seeing it all in one platform, seeing like Flash, Arrow, everything, so that kind of, it's like that, the MCU vibe, where you see all those movies together. Now you can see all these Arrowverse shows together. And putting my criticisms aside, I do like the ambition they had in creating this shared universe in a TV world without the biggest budgets. They actually managed to create something cool. So in a way, it's nice to get new fans in. New fans, like Arrow ended, but I think Arrow is one of the better shows that CW has put out. So I think there'll be many people who would like Arrow. I think who would like the action style of Arrow and everything that they try to do with that, and even seeing that shared universe sort of come. I think it would be cool if they sort of make a watch list of how to watch the crossovers, because
That'd be
that can
interesting.
be a little confusing for other people. Like usually with my friends, I always have to inform them that you watch this episode, then go over to this show, then watch, and they're like, "Why am I watching another show?" I'm like, "No. It's like one story." So I hope they work that into it. But I do have mixed reactions. The main reason is that I think personally that the CW verse, while it was successful and it was really fun, while she's seeing all the shows together, but I think it's going towards the end. I think you're kind of nearing the end. It's looking like it's running out of steam now. All the shows are looking a little bit fatigued. And Superman and Lewis, on the other hand, seems like a complete new beginning, from its cinematography, from, it doesn't have that cheap cable TV style anymore. It looks awesome. It looks cool. So for me, that is a new beginning. So if the news was Superman and Lewis is the only show coming, I would have been more happy because I'm like, that's the new beginning. But at the same time, it's baby steps. So hopefully Superman and Lewis also will make its way one day too.
I have been thinking about this. Like DC has done similar kind of tactics a lot, like giving people not what they want, but the second best thing, which might not be that great. Like we have, like Manu said, like we have Superman and Lois. Like we had the Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline, which like was retconning all the shows, and then you can start fresh from there. If you don't even want to start fresh, just for the new audience, if you are giving the streaming rights to a country from the start, just give the rights for the shows after the Crisis event, so that people are not getting confused like they all the others have gotten in the past. Like if we go back to square one and start from the same mistakes, like it's all the, not talking about the storylines, but from the distribution point of view, like what mistakes have you done in the past, like why do you want to bring those mistakes to a new country and repeat them again? You get my point. As Manu said, it's too convoluted to follow. Like
Yeah.
still they are bringing some shows, but they are not bringing all the shows that you have to know if you want to follow the Arrowverse. Like you can start with the Arrow, then you can follow the Flash, and then it will branch out into Legends of Tomorrow, and then Constantine also had one season, and then there are a lot of things going on, and whenever there is a crossover event, then it's like a lot of effort to follow. Like it's
Yeah.
not even worth it. But if
It's
they're
different
trying,
when it was airing, right? It was
yeah,
different when it was airing together, but
yeah,
Yeah.
streaming it becomes a
yeah.
little bit more different. Yeah.
But because if you are giving streaming rights, you expect new audience to follow this as well.
Yeah.
And there will be no news, there will be no YouTube videos about it, there will be no discussions about it. So you don't know what to follow and what not. So we live in a world where OTT platforms are not just the media you consume. You take the reviews and you take the discussions and put your thoughts into it, and then watch and then consume the media. I think they are going in a right direction, but with wrong steps. They don't need to bring all these shows who are which are eventually going to end in like a year or two.
Yeah.
Why to waste your effort and money on such things that are going to end, but not, and then on top of that not bringing your most successful currently going show.
True, true.
Yeah.
Bringing Gotham makes sense because it's a standalone kind of a show and it's pretty great show as well. But bringing Flash and Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow and that's it, without bringing Batwoman and
Supergirl, yeah. No
Supergirl,
Batwoman, no Black Lightning, yeah.
Black Lightning, and you are not bringing those characters, but those characters you will see in the Arrowverse, in the crossovers.
Yeah. Your point is valid about, they should have thought, but I think it's not about them spending, it's like they are getting money from Amazon.
True,
You know,
true.
I don't think they even care. So that's one of the issues with, WB and HBO
See, I
Max
think
and their
the
distribution.
crossovers, everything happened is because of the showrunners. Like they wanted to create this,
Yeah.
like Mark Guggenheim, and they really wanted to do something amazing. But I don't think the network executives were very much, they were like, do whatever you want. It was only in the end, I think, where they got some back.
Like this is actually a race right now. Like Disney and Hotstar, Disney plus Hotstar is something which is going to be the biggest streaming service in India in the next coming 5 years. Just because of Disney and
Yeah.
Marvel. And Disney has a lot of properties right now. All the Star Wars show that are coming to the market right now will bring on a lot of audience. Plus the MCU is a different kind of entity in itself.
Yeah.
So when you have
Then
that, plus
Pixar
that-
shows, Disney movies and all, yeah.
and then will come the animated movies that Disney will come out with, and the Pixar movies will come out, and then there are animated shows that we love from the past as well. The Spider-Man show, the Iron Man show, that will also come to Disney Plus in the future, right? So
Yeah.
it's like they wanted to compete with their own thing. Like Amazon Prime wanted to have their own superhero kind of a genre in their section. Like they have their standalone things like The Boys and in
Invincible now. Yeah. They have the
But-
originals also, yeah.
but they don't have a combined cinematic universe as of say. So it's a starting point for them. It's not like their ambition. It's not like their dream project or anything. For Amazon Prime Video, they are eyeing on the DC Comics right now, and this is a kind of a door towards that kind of a genre for them.
Yeah. The thing is that after Crisis, they didn't, start from fresh or something, because I think the
True.
thing is that, people love these characters. Why to, go on, start from scratch. And they did do that. And, now it's backfiring because
They didn't do anything.
it's like
good.
anyone wants to, get into, I want someone to, watch at the season 1 of Flash, but they ask me, should I continue? I'm like, not really. It's better just finish
Like,
at
season one. I always say this, season 1, it ends with Flash like running, and I'm like, with that, just think that, and he faces many more adventures, and he lived
Yeah.
happily ever after. Just think, think like that.
So
It just ends
that's
season 1 and ends the
that's
story.
one thing.
This is when you do something so ambitious, you have two ways. Either you follow it, like you follow what you have done. Like they combined all the heroes on one earth, and they should either have gone with it with all their money, right? They should produce another show with all the characters on the same earth. Like Supergirl is nowhere to be seen in the Flash show.
Not even like in the beginning, at least, like first 2
Yeah.
episodes after the Crisis, they mentioned in the newspaper something, but now it's like
Yeah.
They had a
forgotten.
lot of things to do. They mentioned Atlantis on that. They
Yeah.
mentioned a lot of things, but they didn't even follow on that. And if you don't want to follow, just fresh start. Just start with
Which is
something
Superman
fresh,
and Lois.
like
Yeah.
Superman
Superman
Lois.
and Lois.
They're not
and it
even
could be a-
mentioning, they're not even mentioning other shows. Like they're just standalone.
Yeah, they said the Arrowverse said that Superman is also on this earth.
Yeah.
And Superman
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Lois is doing a good thing by not mentioning the Flash.
Yeah.
But the Flash should have mentioned the Superman thing going on, right? The John Diggle Arrow, the Green Lantern thing they were going with,
But-
that also didn't pan out.
Considering Superman, Lois, the kids are grown up, it's maybe set in future to the CW universe, what's happening there. So That's one of the things people have talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It might be a separate universe as well. We don't know that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
because they
possible.
haven't.
And the thing is that
really
it
addressed
looks
anything.
like a different Earth.
Yeah.
Because of the way
Yeah.
it's shot, you're like, how can this be even be connected? And that's my point. Like, you did something really cool. You went really because you were very ambitious with the storylines with Flash Arrow, but then here you went one step ahead and became ambitious even with the technical side of things, which is great. You are
Yeah.
evolving in the right direction. Actually, I
Yeah.
think I full kudos to them because they actually did a great job. Something which the DCU was not able to achieve. They did a great job. They evolved with the times, but then again they're still hanging with, they're like holding on to past strings with the Flash
Yeah.
and all. And I understand that's the most successful show, but somewhere down the line I wish the actors at least step in and say that enough with it.
They do,
We
right?
don't want to say
With Harrison Wells, Tom
but-
Cavanaugh
yeah.
leaving. Yeah.
I hope at least now they understand that it's time to wrap this up.
But I
Give it a good
understand
finale.
the confusion behind the scenes as well. If you look at all the projects that DC has done in the television, like on end of the spectrum, there is the CW's soap opera, light mood kind of a thing going on, and then on the other end of spectrum, there is like Titans, full on R-rated, bloody kind of a superhero show, and bringing those together in one streaming service doesn't make sense anyway. Like those are two totally different things. Like if you want all your properties on one platform, you have to make some kind of a connection between them.
They started DC Universe, right? And then they merged it with HBO Max.
Yeah.
That also shows a lack of vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like as you said, right? Disney Plus Hotstar. Now, Disney Plus Hotstar, they have all this Indian content also. That's why it's doing so good too.
And the IPL.
But and cricket, everything is at one place.
Yeah.
Now, as a DC fan, for years we didn't have anything. Still now, to watch this, I have to go there to watch this. Zack Snyder's Justice League, I need. They are not even trying to take apart from US and maybe Brazil or UK, they're not even trying how to do it. Like I think it's high time, and I think Amazon may be doing a right thing to get these things, because a lot of the streaming wars is on. It's going on very hard. And
you either launch your own streaming service and like HBO Max everywhere, which I understand if you can't do, because I think me and Nona had a talk about this where they don't have enough Indian content to like really penetrate. If you're not doing that, put all your eggs in one basket. People say don't do that. Like put that so that at least you can reach, because India is not such a small market. It's a big market. You can really utilize this market.
And if you make an impact, it'll go a long way.
It'll go really long.
I think differently from your views on this, because if we talk about Disney's tactics about their streaming service and what they want to bring to India, it's like they have a lot of things that even if they lose one kind of audience, they have 5 other kind of audience who will be still stuck towards Disney Plus Hotstar. Like there is the Indian OTT fans who love the new upcoming Indian OTT, all the
shows,
movies, shows, all these things.
Yeah.
Then there is the Star Wars fan, the hardcore Star Wars fan, who will do anything for this. Then you have the MCU hardcore fans, and then you have the new upcoming age children who want to watch all those things. The Star Wars, the MCU, and plus they have National Geographic, and they have Pixar, then Disney kids stuff as well. So you can't expect DC to do that thing. Because
but at least give us one, with this also, right? This deal also, WB has no say in it. There's nothing in the article also. I'll put the link in the description.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, DC should not launch their own streaming service. They should
not at all.
Backpack another streaming service which is already successful, like Amazon Prime.
But the point is, looking at this deal, it doesn't look like that was the case. It looks like Amazon wanted those shows.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they are thinking of we want to reach India.
See, it doesn't make any difference to DC if these shows are launched in India or not. Because these shows, as Manoj mentioned, are at the end of spectrum. They don't have anything. They are in the fatigue zone right now. So even if they are not picked up by any streaming service, and I think Amazon Prime might have got a pretty good deal picking these up.
Yeah. True. I went to the Amazon put it out on Twitter and even other sites, and I was going to the comments and people were going crazy that, when will this episode, will news episodes drop every Friday or something? And there are people in India watching maybe pirated version. You know,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
there
other
are,
way.
there are laws.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, it's good that we have a legal place, and Amazon is like the cheapest
You know,
option.
yeah,
In
we
India.
had to do it because there was no streaming option for us available at that point of
Yeah.
time in India. You know,
Yeah.
we had to download seasons and seasons of these Arrowverse shows and then watch them. And if we are
That's how
giving them,
dedicated we were. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if
even
people
now,
are
now
getting
with
this
Superman
kind
and
of,
Lois,
Yeah.
yeah, so
like
if
we
people are
actually
getting
use a
anything,
VPN, we go to CW's website, we actually we have to go through all these hurdles just to watch
And if you
one
open
episode.
CW app, right, it's free. But if you open, it's like not available in your country. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, Superman and Lois is a great show. If it wasn't, I would not do it. You know, use VPN. I don't
True,
have that
true,
much
true.
time. But for Legends or something, you know, I would not. But now it's on Amazon. I can just 2 clicks and I can watch an episode. You know,
I
that's
just
easy it
wanted to
is.
ask one thing: are the Batman, BVS, Man of Steel on Amazon Prime or somewhere else?
They're
Yeah.
scattered. I think BVS, just the
So
Justice League,
see,
is
that
on
is something
Amazon.
Amazon should have targeted. Apart,
But you know, I think the problem with that is that Netflix has some, so there's a licensing
Acha,
deal. So
licensing
for
issue.
years they have
Yeah.
to, they have it. Like it keeps happening. I hope,
Yeah.
Even
Amazon
yeah.
starts to acquire the bigger
Yeah.
license, like pay more
Yeah,
and get the
right.
long license. So all the DC
True.
stuff, because you know, again, someone was talking that Amazon, you know, with Boys Invincible has a dark superhero series. So they are trying to get the Arrowverse Snyder cut also. So you know, they can
Because
have a library.
if Amazon has all the DC, they acquire DC comics, and the experience that they have in R-rated superhero shows, I think they will be doing a pretty good job
Yeah.
of
True.
expanding DC universe to its
Yeah,
sides.
yeah. I think a lot
It's
of
hard to say,
speculations
yeah.
we talked about, and I think that
Yeah.
we'll wrap it up now. So we started from DC shows coming to Amazon, and so like so much things are happening with DC content, and
No,
as fans, it's
I forgot to tell my joke. Like, I think India is getting CW shows at the right point of time. Now we can relate to the VFX in the Supergirl show. We have already seen all kind of VFX in our own soap operas.
yeah. So I think that's it, guys. We'll wrap it up here. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed the discussion, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't for more such contents, other reactions and reviews. So do that, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Bye.